Hello, welcome to Chronic Gillness. This hack that I want to share with you is a relatively small thing that has made a huge difference in managing my symptoms, and that is to minimize the amount of audiovisual stimuli you're exposed to, especially when you're trying to get something done. What I've got here are some noise-cancelling headphones. These do a really good job at blocking out background noise. So anytime I need to do a task that involves some amount of concentration, I put these on, and it's like a cone of silence that allows me to think clearer. I find that noise is draining when you have ME/CFS. Sound is almost like an activity in that dealing with it drains some of your energy, particularly mental energy, I find. When there's too much noise, especially noise from multiple different sources, you have to sort of use some of your energy reserves holding back that noise. And it really makes the brain fog worse. Brain fog being the cognitive impairment that comes with mental fatigue, like poor concentration, attention, short-term memory, poor problem-solving ability, and decision-making ability. I use my headphones anytime I need to concentrate, like when I'm trying to read or study, or anytime there's too much background noise, whether it's at home or outside the house, and anytime I'm doing something that involves making decisions. These headphones are from Bose. They're especially good at blocking out background noise, and they have really good sound quality if you like to listen to music. They're good at blocking out things like road or construction noise, background chatter, or the sound of the TV. The good thing about them is that you can still hear what someone says when they're sitting right next to you. So you can still have a conversation with someone close by, but have that background noise blocked out. Now, I know these are really expensive. They're a few $100s. I'll list the exact price below. Some of my family members pitched in to get these for me as a birthday present, but if you can't afford a really snazzy pair like these, there are cheaper options. Quite a few brands sell noise-cancelling headphones or earbuds. I like the earbud style just because they're smaller and lighter, but you can get the over-the-ear ones that might be cheaper than this sort. It just comes down to personal preference and budget. I've seen some really decent quality ones in JB Hi-Fi, and even Aldi sometimes has them on their specials, and they're pretty good quality, I think. I've also got some wireless ones. They're really compact, and the noise cancelling and sound quality is decent. Not quite as good as the Bose, but they're a lot more affordable. They're roughly $60 to $70 Australian, bought online, and I'll put the link in the description. If you need something quick, you can always pick up some cheap earmuffs from a hardware store. I just got these ones at Bunnings for less than $10 Australian. I'd feel a little self-conscious wearing them out and about, but I wear them around the house quite a bit. There's a lot of construction noise going on at the moment around my place. And if I want complete and total silence, I wear them over the top of my earbuds, and I cannot hear a thing. It's great. I also carry some smaller earplugs whenever I go out, just these little orange ones. Probably seen them before. These are good when you don't want to block out all of the sound, just some of it. For example, I put them in if I go to see a movie, just to reduce the overall noise. Or if I was at a cafe chatting with a friend, this would allow me to hear them clearly while reducing the overall sound level a bit. When you're at home, combining earplugs with earmuffs is really effective and really affordable. One more quick thing, a lot of people with ME experience tinnitus. If this is you, you might want to use your headphones to play some white noise softly in the background, just so that you're not so conscious of the ringing in your ears. Just make sure that it's truly white noise and not regular music. There shouldn't be any lyrics or speech, because that will have the opposite effect. Now, it also helps to reduce visual stimuli. I get a lot of headaches and light sensitivity as part of my ME/CFS. Bright light can be painful, and it can also be taxing on your energy levels in a similar way that sound can. So to reduce the visual stimuli, I use these coloured glasses. They're just some cheap pink glasses that I got from Supre, I think it was. But you can get them anywhere, you can get them online. They're a bit wonky because I sat on them the other day. So the advantage of coloured glasses rather than regular sunglasses is that they reduce the amount of light that's coming into your eyes, but not so much that you can't see properly if you're indoors. If you've ever tried to wear sunglasses inside, you usually find that they're a bit too dark to see clearly inside, and it also makes it hard to hold a conversation when the other person can't see your eyes. It feels a bit impolite, but coloured glasses are a nice middle ground. You need to make sure that they're a warm colour, so pink, orange, amber, that sort of thing. Don't get blue or purple because that wavelength of light is high energy, so it's kind of harsh on your eyes. Warm coloured light has a longer wavelength, so it's less harsh. It's also good to wear warm coloured glasses at night before you go to bed, as this helps to signal your body that it's time to wind down and go to sleep. Blue light is useful for waking you up during the day, but it's best to avoid it in the evening or it can make insomnia worse. On that note, it's a good idea to put a red filter on your digital devices at night. Most modern phones and laptops have a setting where you can set the red filter to turn on at a certain time. There are also apps that you can download if your phone or computer doesn't have that setting. You might also like to turn off bright white lights at night in your home and use lights that have a more golden tone. You can now get smart light bulbs that allow you to select the colour of light you want, and you can change that up anytime. So I want to finish up this video with a tip for a situation where minimising audiovisual input is super helpful, and that is shopping. If you've got ME CFS and you have tried to do the grocery shopping, boy howdy, it's hard. In shopping centres and indoor malls, you've got bright fluorescent lighting, lots of colour and movement, lots of advertising, lots of people, loud background chatter from the hundreds of people in your vicinity, and usually there's music playing in the stores and punctuated with obnoxious ads. And on top of that, you have to make dozens of decisions on what to buy. So if you're getting your groceries, you're making lots and lots of decisions as you're going through the aisles. When you've got an illness that involves chronic fatigue, making decisions, even small ones, is extremely taxing on your energy. Just deciding which brand of rice to buy involves some mental energy. You're probably comparing brands and prices per kilo, maybe planning what you're going to cook during the week. Doing this for every product you put in your trolley is exhausting, especially combined with the physical strain of standing up and pushing a trolley, lifting items, that sort of thing. Nowadays, I avoid doing the shopping in person if I can help it, but if I can't, I put my glasses and headphones on before I get inside, and it is a game changer. I find I have a lot more mental stamina when I'm wearing them. I get more time before the brain fog kicks in and I have to go home. Seriously guys, this little tip makes a huge difference. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with your spoony friends, and consider subscribing if you want more tips and tricks for living with chronic pain and illness. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The sound of children's laughter. It's a beautiful thing, except when you're filming. Just wait for this car to go. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm sure you've got a real big